Have you ever driven your Toyota hybrid and noticed something that seemed strange, unusual, or even concerning? Maybe the engine turns on when you don't expect it to. Maybe the battery charge level changes constantly. Or perhaps you've wondered if certain sounds, vibrations, or driving behaviors are actually signs of a problem. The truth is, many Toyota hybrid owners experience things that seem unusual at first, but are actually completely normal parts of how Toyota's hybrid system operates, and understanding them can help you become a more confident owner while avoiding unnecessary worry. In today's video, we'll cover some of the most misunderstood characteristics of Toyota hybrid vehicles, including how the battery management system works, why the engine behaves differently from a traditional gasoline vehicle, what sounds are normal, and several hybrid features that surprise many owners. Some of these facts may completely change how you view your Toyota hybrid, so make sure you stay until the end. Number 1. Toyota hybrids' brakes may feel different. And that's completely normal. One of the first things many new Toyota hybrid owners notice is that the brake pedal doesn't always feel the same as it does in a traditional gasoline vehicle. In some situations, especially when slowing to a stop, the braking can feel slightly unusual or less predictable. Fortunately, this is usually not a sign that anything is wrong. Toyota hybrids use a combination of regenerative braking and conventional hydraulic brakes. When you press the brake pedal, the vehicle first tries to recover energy by using the electric motor as a generator. This captured energy is then sent back to the hybrid battery instead of being wasted as heat. The vehicle's computer constantly monitors how hard you're braking and automatically decides how much regenerative braking and hydraulic braking to apply. Most of the time, this transition happens so smoothly that drivers don't notice it. However, at very low speeds, regenerative braking becomes less effective. As the vehicle approaches a complete stop, the system gradually shifts to the conventional brakes. This change can sometimes create a slight nosedive sensation or a different brake pedal feel right before the vehicle stops. That's a normal characteristic of many Toyota hybrids. There's also a major benefit to this design. Brake pads often last significantly longer because regenerative braking handles a large portion of everyday slowing and stopping. Understanding this unique braking behavior can help you avoid unnecessary concerns and appreciate one of the technologies that helps Toyota hybrids achieve their impressive efficiency. Number 2. What really happens when a Toyota hybrid battery fails? One of the biggest concerns Toyota hybrid owners have is what happens if the hybrid battery eventually develops a problem. Many people assume the vehicle will suddenly stop working, but that's usually not what happens. In most cases, when the hybrid battery begins to fail, the vehicle's computer detects an abnormal voltage difference within the battery pack. Hybrid batteries are made up of many individual cells working together, and if one section becomes significantly weaker than the others, the system immediately recognizes the issue. When this happens, you'll typically see multiple warning lights appear on the dashboard. The vehicle then enters a protective or fail-safe mode designed to prevent further damage to the hybrid system. The good news is that the vehicle will often continue to drive. However, performance can change dramatically. The gasoline engine may run almost continuously because the hybrid system can no longer provide its normal electric assistance. As a result, acceleration may feel weaker, fuel economy can drop noticeably, and the vehicle may not feel as responsive as it normally does. Another thing many owners don't realize is that Toyota hybrids rely on the hybrid system for several key functions, including engine starting and certain low-speed operations. That's why the vehicle limits the use of a failing battery whenever possible. Fortunately, complete battery failure is relatively uncommon. In many cases, the issue begins with only a small portion of the battery pack becoming weak rather than the entire battery suddenly failing at once. That's one reason Toyota hybrid batteries often provide many years, and sometimes hundreds of thousands of miles, of reliable service before major repairs are needed. Number 3. Strange Toyota hybrid noises. Most of them are completely normal. Another thing that surprises many first-time Toyota hybrid owners is the variety of unusual sounds these vehicles can make. If you've recently switched from a traditional gasoline vehicle, some of these noises can be alarming at first. One of the most common sounds occurs when you're slowing down or approaching a stop. You may hear a soft, high-pitched whine that sounds similar to an electric motor or even a distant turbine. Many drivers immediately worry that the transmission is developing a problem, but that's usually not the case. In a Toyota hybrid, this sound is often created by the regenerative braking system. As the vehicle slows down, the electric motor acts as a generator, converting the vehicle's momentum into electricity that is stored in the hybrid battery. That energy recovery process naturally produces a noticeable whining sound, and it's completely normal. Another sound owners frequently notice is a buzzing or humming noise when opening the driver's door, pressing the brake pedal, or preparing to start the vehicle. This is typically the brake actuator and hydraulic system, building pressure and preparing the vehicle for operation. Because Toyota hybrids use advanced braking technology that blends regenerative and conventional braking, the system performs self-checks and pressure adjustments more often than a conventional vehicle. As a result, these sounds are a normal part of everyday hybrid operation. The key thing to remember is that not every unfamiliar noise is a sign of a problem. Many of the sounds that concern new owners are simply the hybrid system doing exactly what it was designed to do. Number 4. What does the ready light actually mean? One feature that often confuses new Toyota hybrid owners is the ready light on the dashboard. Unlike a traditional vehicle, a hybrid can be fully operational even when the gasoline engine isn't running. When the ready light is illuminated, it means the vehicle is powered on and ready to drive. The engine may start immediately, later, or not at all, depending on battery charge and driving conditions. That's why Toyota uses the ready indicator to confirm the vehicle is active even when it's nearly silent. It's an important safety feature because a hybrid that appears off may actually be ready to move at any moment. Number 5. What is EV mode, and when should you use it? Another feature that many Toyota hybrid owners are curious about is EV mode, which stands for electric vehicle mode. When activated, the system attempts to operate using electric power only, keeping the gasoline engine off whenever possible. However, EV mode has limitations. The hybrid battery in a standard Toyota hybrid is relatively small, so the vehicle can only travel short distances at low speeds before the engine needs to restart. Hard acceleration, steep hills, low battery charge, or higher speeds can automatically cancel EV mode. This feature is most useful in situations such as moving through a parking lot, driving in a garage, or maneuvering through slow residential areas where quiet, low-speed operation is beneficial. Modern Toyota hybrids also include pedestrian warning sounds at low speeds, helping alert nearby people that the vehicle is approaching even when operating in electric mode. Toyota hybrids may behave differently from traditional vehicles, but most of these characteristics are completely normal and part of what makes them so efficient and reliable. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what surprised you most about your Toyota hybrid.